The life path number, also known as the destiny number, is the number that results from the numerological reduction of your date of birth. It offers insight about the core of your personality, and will also give you a greater understanding of the pathway to success in your life. Before we get started, if you'd like to know your life path, soul urge, and destiny numbers, click the link in the description below. If your life path number is 3, you are driven by creativity. The numerology definition of 3 is the number of creation. You are a romantic in the historical sense of the word. You believe in the importance of self-expression as a way to be a part of the world. How you choose to express yourself varies with the individual, but all life path 3 should have some form of creativity that conveys their feelings to the outside world. You have a great connection with your own feelings, which leads you to feel very at home with yourself and the greater universe. Your sense of introspection is very well tuned, although never self-indulgent. You can self-criticize very effectively, but you don't wallow in it. Life path, or destiny number 3, is the path of the artist. You are excellent at communications, in the forms of visual and performing art, writing, speaking, and presentation. You are very charismatic, which draws people to you and your creations. You are optimistic and generous, and always take the best possible view towards your fellow people. You can let a lot slide off your back, and aren't much of one for holding a grudge, unless someone has really done you wrong. Live for the moment is your life motto. You are much more interested in making the most out of today rather than limiting yourself for the sake of improving your chances tomorrow. You want to live each day with joy and wonder, and have a childlike sense of awe about the world, your fellow humans, and nature. Your joy is infectious, but unfortunately, it's far from unusual for you to end up shooting yourself in the foot by living today so fully that tomorrow ends up really sucking. You have the most problems when it comes to handling money, since you'd always rather spend than save. You're not the best at shouldering responsibility, and when you feel bored, emotionally wounded, or artistically repressed, you can tend to withdraw and become moody. It takes quite a bit to punch you down like this, but once you're down, you can sulk with the best of them. Using numerology, people on life path 3 can come to have a better, more rounded understanding of their own naturally creative and artistic personality traits. By learning about these, you can then find the best way to use them in order to find success and achieve their goals. By unlocking the path meaning of life path 3, and coming to a fuller understanding of how it affects your outlook on life, you can use the positive points of the third path to your advantage, and find ways to avoid becoming entrapped by the negative parts. Number 3's meaning encourages people with this destiny number to pursue their creative, passionate interests. You will find purpose in expressing yourself through art, creation, and communicating with others. Because creativity comes so naturally to you, you might be inclined to dismiss it as normal, believing that everyone has the same well of inspiration that you have, and are just choosing not to use it because using it too much is a bad idea. This isn't even slightly true. In fact, this mindset is one of the greatest roadblocks that many 3s face when they're trying to find and pursue a fulfilling life path. Everyone is creative in their own ways, but your approach to the world is truly unique, and other people genuinely don't find creativity coming as naturally to them as it comes to you. Once you come to realize how unique your skills are, you can find a lot more success and fulfillment through using them. You can start displaying them more freely once you become aware that other people aren't hiding these feelings, and therefore that there is no reason for you to hide them. It is important that you find some subjects or activities in life that you can dig deeply into, swimming against your natural tendency to always move rapidly from one thing to the next. By choosing a few things to commit yourself to in a more long-term fashion, whether these things are careers, people, or causes, you will be able to put your creative skills to more effective use. Your creativity can only do so much good when it's only directed towards the same thing for a few weeks or months. There is so much more good to be done when you can dedicate it to something for years, even a lifetime, as long as you really are dedicated to that thing. You have a dynamic energy with other people that's positively infectious, which can also be a great way to find fulfillment. Build lots of relationships with a wide variety of people, and you'll find yourself on a joyful path. Relationships that are full of mirth and humor are excellent to counteract your occasional moody moments and emotional lows, which, while not very common, can be crippling when they occur. Also beware cutting yourself off from others. As social as you are, which is very social, at times, you can feel like no one else really understands you. You can fall victim to feelings of being all alone in a crowded room, where you're surrounded by friends but don't feel like you're fully yourself with any of them. Make sure that your group of friends includes some probing souls who you feel you can fully open up to, as well as some more glib and jokey friends. By surrounding yourself with a variety of friends, and pursuing a variety of projects and interests, you can keep your life feeling fresh, and avoid the feelings of boredom and stagnation that troublesome threes. Once you understand the number 3, numerology can help you make choices that will guide you to a joyful life. Your creativity and charisma are extremely positive qualities, and they will have an infinitely more positive effect on your life when you learn ways to use them to your best advantage by gaining some focus. Relationships are usually not the foremost issue on the mind of most threes, but a meaningful relationship can be extremely beneficial. Make sure that you are choosing someone who has an attitude of optimism and joy that is similar to yours, but who perhaps has a little more sense of being grounded or practical. A combination of joy and practicality is the key to almost every successful relationship, and that goes double for threes, who can sometimes rush too far onto the joy side, and not hang on to the practicality as they should. By integrating creativity into your work, either by finding work that gives you a lot of creative freedom and intellectual stimulating, or by doing work that gives you lots of free time to pursue other interests, or both, you can protect your lifestyle and avoid ennui. While you don't need to be a single-minded 1 or an eminently practical 4, you do need to find some stability and consistency for your life, in order to avoid feelings of being lost, or, from a more practical perspective, issues like low paychecks and chronic bad relationships. Fortunately, along with all your natural joie de vivre, threes have a natural resiliency that will make it easy for you to drop even the worst situations to go for something much better. Knowing the number 3's meaning can help you develop a lifestyle that is more consistent with your personal, internal desires and goals. By being aware of some of the tendencies, even the pitfalls, of 3, you can avoid the negative ones, and stay on track with the positive ones, leading to a well-rounded and highly successful overall life experience. Can you feel the power of your life path number 3? Are you a creative and spontaneous soul with a great interest in artistic and intellectual pursuits? Do you sometimes struggle to stay dedicated to a single path, and tend to take a grass is always greener attitude? How will you harness your destiny number's natural energy to fulfill your goals and reach your dreams? Thanks for watching. Please be sure to subscribe to be notified when I upload.